Hey everybody, it's Party Elite. Welcoming you to another stream, this time of a brand new game, Necromunda Underhive Wars. Honestly, this is a game that I've been waiting for, it feels like a decade. It's actually only been like, I think, 3 years. Basically, since this channel started, I've had my eye on this game, and it has been under development with very little news or details or information for the longest time. And then suddenly, out of the blue this year, over the span of like 5 months, maybe 6 months, the game went from another trailer to release, and it's out now. Literally released earlier today, I believe. It's a very interesting kind of game, so I'm really excited to share it. Right off the bat, though, first things first, Bananen, thank you for subscribing. I hope you're enjoying whatever it is you're watching. If it's this show, then great. If it's something else, then excellent. A warm welcome to everybody in chat as well. Nice to see such a nice crowd for a game that, as I see you guys chatting about, many of you haven't even heard of or know what's going on. So I'm really excited to share this game because I'll be honest, I'll be straight up. At the beginning, and we'll dive in just a moment. We're gonna have some good action going on. Oh, and I should mention as well, I think today's stream is going to be a 2-hour stream. Just working around a very busy schedule today, but a 2-hour stream will allow us to kind of really get into some of the nitty-gritty details of this game and show off what makes it special. Now, I'm gonna be straight up honest right off the bat over here. When I first started playing the game, I dove into the story mode, and I wanted to, see how like story reliant the game is and play the tutorial. Actually, the game very heavily says, listen, play story mode. You need to learn the mechanics through story mode. And honestly, what's really great about this game is that you don't really need to know about Warhammer lore to enjoy it. I find a lot of like Warhammer, yeah, Naku, it's Warhammer 40k Mordheim. But what I really like about a game like this is that you really don't need to know the lore. And if you're not familiar with Warhammer 40k, it's not the end of the world. It'll add a bit of extra flavor to like the decisions you make and how you feel about certain things. But all in all, it works in isolation, which is a feat in and of itself, because so many Warhammer games rely on people knowing about the lore or caring about the lore so that they can get into the game. Like a lot of people play Warhammer and 40k video games because they're like, oh, I really want to be X or I really want to do Y, whereas this game is just cool regardless of that. So it's going to be exciting. Now, the story didn't really enrapture me or anything because it is just a tutorial and it's a little slow. We're instead going to be diving into building our own gang, and it's going to be it's a really interesting and deep experience going through that whole process. Really quickly, hello to everyone again in chat. Matty Caro Gaming, Aman Raj, Diego Mendez, Cheshire's Kitten, Naku. Yes, like I said earlier, 40k Mordheim, Laura Perry, Be Noble. Man, lots of people in chat today. Great to see. Great to see. All right, let's go ahead and get this party started, shall we? So, the way the game works is something we'll get into as we develop our new gang. It's a third-person it's a turn-based tactical third-person shooter platformer hybrid. It's such a weird one to describe. Let's go ahead and start a new gang. Now, this is going to be the gang I create on Livestream, but I have made, I have played with this gang mode before as well, but I figured it'd be fun to actually kind of go through the process together as well. Oh god, Mike and something else. I once asked Siri why I was still single. She turned on selfie mode. Rude. Rude. Yeah, you can see, strongly recommended you play through the story in order to learn the game's rules and mechanics. Are you sure you want to continue? Like, the game really kind of repeats itself on that, because it is a pretty technical game. And I like that. It is a pretty technical game. Hey, Cheshire, how's it going? Cheshire's Kitten. God, that the name is on point. So one of the core things you're going to do with this game for like the meat of the game is you build your own gang. There are 2v2 modes. There is 1v1. There's 1v1v1. There's 1v1v1v1. So 4-player free-for-all. There is... yeah, I mentioned the 2 versus 2. There's also, you can play against the AI as well, which is a big part of it as well. Thank you, Enemy921, for subscribing. Again, I hope you are enjoying. Over 140 viewers right now. That's absolutely insane, diving into a game that many, again, have not heard of. So that's super cool, folks. Thank you very much for joining in. But yeah, all right, let's get focused here for a moment so we can make some progress. So, the tabletop game that this is based off of, if I recall correctly, and feel free to correct me in chat, it comes with 6 gangs that you can play as. The setting for this game is on this planet called Necromunda, which is a hive world, And in the Warhammer 40k universe, hive worlds are basically industrial powerhouses. They're horrible places to live in, and you know, gang warfare makes like 80s Hollywood representations of Detroit and LA look tame by comparison. So it's all about that gang warfare in one of these hive cities called Hive Primus on the on the hive planet of Necromunda. Boom. That's all the lore you really need to know. In the tabletop game, there were 6, I believe, gangs to choose from. But at launch over here, there are 3 gangs to choose from. And the color schemes and all don't matter, because we can customize so much. We can customize so much. I can't even begin to... Oh, it's like painting on tabletop. It's wild. What matters with these gangs is their name. And their, like, you know, again, if you care about lore, then obviously that matters as well. Don't get me wrong. But if you're just looking at, like, numbers and stuff, you can see they all have kind of their own perks and their own stats. Because a big part of this is very much like that, you know, XCOM type, leveling up your gang members, as it were, speccing them the way you want them to work and behave and all that kind of stuff, equipping them appropriately. So that's the kind of stuff that really matters. I'm personally leaning towards House Orlok. Orloks are expert miners who extract and refine the resources of ages past. They control and fiercely defend the vast transport networks between Necromunda's hive cities. Frederick Arbjerg, thank you very much for subscribing. I hope you're enjoying. Hope you're having a good time. Hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday. Man, it's Tuesday. It's so weird to think about streaming during the week. The reason why I'm attracted to House Orlok so much is not only because of this guy's absolutely baller mustache and beard, let's be honest. I mean, come on, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. But also because of their overall like approach seems to be very run and gun. Beasties said, boo, Goliath, woohoo for Detroit hacking. Specifically 80s Hollywood Detroit. Yeah, Orlok sounds pretty dope. I agree, Neil. They'll just, you know, run and gun, maximum agility, a high ranged aptitude is basically like their ranged accuracy and stuff like that. So I'm going to try something like cheeky here, I suppose, just because I want to see if I can push the game that way. The House Goliath is a lot more, seemingly at least from my experience, a lot more reliant on like melee engaging, you know, going toe to toe and really just, you know, trading blows. Whereas House Escher, whose name I like because Escher is just interesting in many ways, they're also, I guess they're also melee. This is where I'm like having a hard time defining between the two of them, because the House Goliath you'll typically see on the field with like massive weapons and stuff, like massive like heavy gunning weapons and stuff like that. But they're also spec towards like strength and whatnot. Anyway, I'm getting too particular about certain aspects, I think. But there you have. These are like the broad strokes differences. House Orlok, I think I'm going to do because again, it's going to be a fun experiment with run and gun shooting, playing like a sniper, quote unquote sneaking around. There's not much sneaking in the world of Warhammer 40k. So House Orlok it shall be. Last Joker, I'm pretty well. How are you doing? Doing okay? Beastie, I see your request for Goliath. There's still Laura Perry. Hello. Glad you like my username. I mean, it's fun. Cheshire's Kitten is just, it's funny. it's so good. It's so on point. Escher for reasons be noble. Escher is like the fully matriarchal gang. It's all women and all the men are like dribbling idiots, if I recall correctly. Going off the top of my head. Looks like Escher are Skaven from Mordheim. So here's something important to know is that my exposure to Mordheim is minimal, so I will not be making comparisons to Mordheim, which for some will be a good thing because maybe you're not familiar with Mordheim, but for others will be like, Party, how did you not play Mordheim? I didn't. But yeah, so my comparisons will not include Mordheim, but feel free to obviously bring it up in chat so I'm also a bit more aware of how it kind of compares there. All right, so let's learn a little bit about House Orlok over here, known throughout Necromunda as the House of Iron, an industrial superpower fueled by countless ore mines and a stranglehold monopoly of the convoys serving the ferrous slag heaps that lie out in the barren and dangerous ash wastes. To the other houses, Orlok seems as unified as a clenched fist, its members organized, well-equipped, and utterly united in purpose. Their men and women walking proud and tall through the smoke-clogged hallways of the House of Iron. Orlok gangers have risen above the brutal drudgery of serfdom and claimed a life of violence and personal freedom in its stead. They rely on sturdy weapons and a strong fighting spirit, born from the house's us against them philosophy. Yeah, Naku, I think that's why I didn't get into more time. All right, name your gang. I mean, we're going to go ahead and go with the Knights Elite, and hopefully these guys don't get absolutely pummeled, because as you play, as you get attached to your, like, gang members and stuff, they can obviously die. Gang name the Cursed Elite. Oh, I was just going to go with the Knights Elite. On which note, if you are not already in our Discord, don't hesitate to join up. Link should be in the description down below. And by the way, if you actually enjoy what you see of this game, I do have a link that you can pick it up from as well. A Humble Bundle link in the description down below. If you buy it from there, you support the channel as well as charity. So if you like what you see, consider doing that. Once I threw a boomerang. I live in constant fear. Oh my god, Mike, and something else. Well, thank you very much for that super chat, coming in with a sense of humor as well. Appreciate it greatly. Oh, I'll eat. Well, yeah, it's gonna be a custom gang for sure. So you can either have a starter gang that has a leader type character, and then 2 fighters. Fighters is like the generic name for other members who aren't your leader, and basic level equipment as well. But I really want to show off the customization and stuff. So let's go ahead with the custom gang over here. It is, yeah, it's a blank slate. You start from scratch, and you hire your recruits, you equip them and everything. Well, they'll come with some equipment. So let's go ahead and create our new gang here. So the first thing we're going to do today is we're going to just very quickly go through this creation process, because to me, okay, I was writing a review of this game, and I really wanted to get it out, you know, as soon as I could, so that I could tell everybody what I thought before it released. The problem with my writing the review, what ended up happening was, there's so much game to talk about that the amount of time I had to spend with the game before I would want to release it didn't, like, match up. I couldn't cover everything there was to cover. And so to me, I was like, well, I can't write a review if I haven't, you know, touched on all those major points. And you'll see what I mean as we take a look at some of this gang management stuff, because this is, in my humble opinion, the meat of the game. Going multiplayer with your buddies, playing something like this, or even going solo against the AI with stuff like this is super fun. Lots of Blood Bowl vibes in that sense. So let's go ahead and take a look at recruitment and stuff. So again, like I said, you recruit fighters, you equip them, you spec them, you give them, you know, stat boosts and stuff like that over time through experience. You send them out to fight, do missions, you know, loop, infinite loop. And hopefully with more updates and stuff, if the game does well, I imagine, I don't know for a fact, but I imagine they'll add more longevity to it. So, I mean, our first character is going to be, I guess, myself. And hopefully he doesn't die. Party Elite. So, our first character that we buy has got to be a leader type. And I think you always need a leader in a mission. And then after you get your leader, you can start recruiting others. The only difference between these different types of recruits is their experience level when you actually recruit them, and the resulting cost as well. Now, actually, on the topic of cost, I want to mention something right off the bat. The game makes mention of loot cases and things like that. The developers have made it very clear there are no microtransactions, and there won't be microtransactions. That's what they have said. So just when you see reference to loot boxes and cases and things like that, just keep that in mind, because when I first saw it, I was like, hang on a second. But yeah, so basically you can hire who you need based on the credits you have available, how much you're willing to spend on them, and you'll obviously, the higher the rank is, the more expensive they are, but the more starting experience they have, so you can spec them a bit better. So later on through your career, as it were, you can, you know, you don't have to start from scratch, basically. So let's go ahead and pick our leader up over here. And what sounds like a good problem to have, Tukad. I missed that. I put in so much time in Mordheim, but Necromunda just seems like the inferior version of Mordheim after trying it. Okay, I'm curious why you say that, Disciple. I'm very curious. Ease in chat. How's it going, buddy? How's it going? Loot crates come when you finish an operation. Exactly, yeah. And it's just like randomized equipment and stuff. You don't have to worry about like, oh, I gotta pay credits or I gotta like put real money in. No microtransactions, nothing. Now, okay, so we picked our leader, sure, but you can also choose a career. Now, a career is literally just like, this will be a familiar term for anyone familiar with RPGs, you know, how they're spec'd, their base level, like bonus stats, special skills they have, that sort of stuff. Now, for our leader, I'm going to go with a Deadeye. What I'm thinking is we're going to have a bunch of Deadeyes and a lay mechanic. Deadeyes are basically like sniper types. I mean, the name Deadeye at least implies it. They're very good at getting their shot in. Nimble fighters capable of traversing the battlefield with ease. Hey, ease. You're in the game. Deadeyes are especially proficient with rifles, making them excellent scouts and snipers. There you have it. They have this grapnel hook that you can use to get around, and a really cool thing about Necromunda is the verticality, which is a huge thing about Hive cities as well, and Hive worlds, is like these are really tall, like, anthill structures, and the game does a good job of making that an important part of the whole experience. Isn't a new team a microtransaction, or is that a DLC? Hey, well, we'll see. We'll see if they add new gangs down the line or what their plan is with that. I don't know. I don't know. So just being brutally honest there, or not even brutal, just being frank. Right, so again, that's what makes these guys special. Career perk, the grapnel ability, monocyte. So these are things that will unlock over time, and their bonus stats, extra alertness, which allows them to move sooner, better accuracy, better ranged aptitude. I think that stuff translates pretty readily. There's the brawler type as well. That's all about kind of going toe-to-toe with people, going into melee. Death from above allows you to jump down from up high and deal sort of like splash damage as you dive in and do your superhero landing, I suppose. Icknall, thank you very much for subscribing. Hope you're enjoying the show thus far. But yeah, I don't think I'll have too many brawlers. Maybe one. It's good to have someone capable in melee, because the ranks will get closed, and if you can tie someone down in melee, you can really kind of slow them down before they're able to pull back and open shots at you and things like that. So maybe we'll go Deadeye Brawler and a lay mechanic. A heavy gunner, heavy weapon specialist. Large fighters capable of wielding the heaviest weaponry. The mere presence of a heavy is enough to inspire nearby allies, and so fear among foes. They have some interesting abilities as well to kind of have kind of area control, things like that. In fact, something really cool with a heavy, if I just show you temporarily, if you pick a heavy as your career, then you're actually limited to which kinds of like body types you can have, because a healthy, which I think just means like a fit individual, or an agile individual, is too like skinny and incapable of carrying the weapons that a heavy has to carry. I thought that was a nice touch, a nice way of integrating career with actual archetype, like physical traits and things like that. But apart from that, we got the Saboteur, Masters of Destruction, who can affect large areas of the battlefield. Saboteurs use improvised explosives and traps to create chaos in enemy ranks, which really just sounds super cool. Super cool. Super cool. We'll definitely have Saboteurs, but not as a first priority, I would say. And then finally, the Lay Mechanic. Engineers devoted to the machine god. Lay Mechanics build fortifications and bless or curse weaponry in battle. Now, from my experience, and maybe I was experiencing a bug or an issue or something, but from my experience, only lay mechanics can operate doors, which is why I'm like, I really want to have a lay mechanic, because you kind of, every once in a while, you need to get through doors. Cryptic Pizza, thank you very much for subscribing. Again, I hope you're enjoying the show as well. Folks, we are over 200 viewers, over 240 viewers now. If you're having a good time with the streams in general, or you're just enjoying hanging out today, please don't hesitate to let me know by hitting that like button. It does make a very big difference to just what I do on the channel, so don't hesitate. And if you're watching a VOD, if you're watching the VOD after the live stream, then don't hesitate to let me know as well by leaving a like and a comment down below. Ibrahim Ozun, thank you very much for subscribing. Hope you are enjoying the show. Ease says, not sure how many hours you put into the game so far, but do you know if you get higher quality gear, as I feel that I already have seen all the weapons in the game? I have not put enough hours to make a judgment call on that, actually, Ease. Yeah. Part of the reason, like I said earlier, like I wasn't able to get a review done, because I'm not sure. I'm not sure how few types of equipment and stuff there are, because I also feel with just a handful of hours, I've already seen everything. Mike and something else, why don't cannibals eat clowns? Because they taste funny, my lord. My lord. Alright, let's go ahead, get our Deadeye captain here, I suppose. I feel like that's a cool... I've always been particular to like sniping and sneaking around and things like that. Alright, let's go ahead and build myself yeah, as much as I can over here. Customization gets way beyond all this, so we're not, you know what, I don't think we're even going to bother with this right now. Just do a little bit over here. Yeah, you know what, I like this guy's face. He's really kind of messed up. Where'd he go? There we go, like the messed up face. Yeah, I like that. Sure, let's do that. Traits over here, I can up toughness, max toughness, strength, max strength, agility, strength, and toughness a little bit each, or agility and max agility. These all bump up your stats, your kind of sub-stats, as the game calls them, and that's the right term for it. So you can see kind of like what bumping each thing does. Helping agility might not be a bad idea, honestly, just to keep us alive. Anybody who watches this channel knows my my tendency to lose my my captains, my leaders, my flagships, whatever it might be. So I might up agility or anything else that keeps us alive for longer. And then accuracy we can bump up elsewhere. So sure, let's go ahead and make ourselves agile. And you can see, again, how the body type really changes. And you can see how an agile person might not be able to, yeah, carry those heavy weapons. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. Laura Perry, I will... face cam stuff I can't do with my current setup, but as soon as I can get a setup going, I'll look into that stuff. But it won't be for a while still. It won't be for a while still. All right, let's go in with agile. Mental trait. Now that... so... these first 3 stats are affected by your physical trait. The next 3 stats are affected by your mental trait, and then the final 3 are affected by your martial trait. So let's go ahead and pick a mental trait. Clever helps with intelligence and max intelligence. That in turn helps with ranged penetration and how much experience you gain every time you execute a mission or a operation or whatever it might be, which is not bad. It means you can spec up faster. And I do like the improved ranged penetration if we're going to be a sniper. Extra willpower, intelligence, and alertness equally. Willpower helps remove debuffs when your turn starts with that stress resistance, and stun resistance is self-explanatory, while alertness increases initiative, allowing you to, you know, take your turn faster, and it also improves your chances of taking a grazing hit when you get hit. When someone attacks you, their attack can have 3 levels of efficiency. A grazing hit is the weakest, just does a little bit of damage. A proper hit, which, you know, does like the middling range of damage, like the most common range of damage, and then a critical hit, which does, you know, extra damage. Of course, that's how crits work, I guess. I think we'll go with intelligence. Yeah, go with clever, I guess, to help our intelligence and max intelligence. Again, I'm not min-maxing here or anything. I'm not like deep enough into the mathematics of the game to start min-maxing yet. not that draws me in anyway. So just a heads up beforehand. Finally, our martial trait. Calculated makes us more accurate. Discipline makes us better in melee. Focused makes us better from range as well. Ranged precision means we're less likely to do that weakest type of hit from range. And it also helps us avoid the evasive capabilities of our targets. Whereas accuracy is more about... accuracy is more about the critical hit chance. So, honestly, I feel like I prefer ranged aptitude now that I look at it again. Focused. That doesn't very well describe me in real life, but I'll take that. Let's go with focused. Let's go with focused. Hear about the hole they found in the wall? Oh dear. Oh dear. What is chat devolved into? Oh my god. What do you do with a chemist when he dies? You bury him? Oh my lord. All right. On the topic of focused it is. No injuries right now, of course. And we have some starting equipment that each person gets hired with as well. But that's all starting equipment, including armor that gives you protection from different damage types. There are 3 damage types in the game. Over here, the 3 symbols are penetration, impact, and energy, if I recall correctly. And so you want to like use the right weapons against the right people. You want to defend yourself with the right type of armor depending on who you're up against, and so you might respec your armor depending on circumstances, or reassign your armor and stuff depending on circumstances. And there's also equipment slots once you hit a much higher rank than we currently are. Anyway, let's go ahead and hire this this leader of ours, party elite in charge over here. And okay, so you know that's a little bit of customization to blow your mind here. So you can always go in and lay somebody off or rename them. If somebody is not the leader, you can promote them if they deserve it. Oh, how do I even go about this? Obviously, as you level up, you can spend experience points to level up your stats. That's why the max is so important. So you can, you know, that's the direction you spec towards. But that's not relevant to us right now. Obviously, we got to gain experience first. You can also get perks. There are active perks depending on your career. Depending on, like, these are juvie skills, then there are ganger skills, and then there are leader skills, because this is our leader. And, I mean, there is a lot to discuss. And this is where my write-up of my review just kind of came to a halt. I was like, okay, I got to actually test all this stuff out. Because what I don't know is what is Is the reality that there are only 5 skills that really matter and everything else is just kind of extra? I don't know that yet. But there's some pretty cool stuff over here. Like as a Deadeye, for example, the grapnel shot allows you to shoot somebody with your grapnel hook and cause, a fair bit of damage to their abilities, as well as like actual physical damage. You can mark targets to reduce target evasion. So, again, your kind of standard tropey stuff, but also the Warhammer flavor stuff as well, when it comes to, things like the grapnel shot and whatnot. So that's skills. Oh, sorry, that's only active skills. Then there's passive skills. The UI is very informative. I've been spoiled by Crusader Kings 3's UI. I've been spoiled because in the middle of, I can't hover over any of these things to get more details. And so in the middle of action, if I ever want a refresher, it's a little bit tougher until you get familiar with it. But that's because I've been spoiled by Crusader Kings. So yeah, now we've got passive skills as well. These come from your career, from the gang that you chose to be a part of. We chose Orlok, so these are specific to them. We've got Juvie skills, Ganger skills, and Leader skills. Ridiculous, right? Just the sheer quantity of stuff. It's just ridiculous. Then, equipment. As you go around fighting, you pick up equipment, you reassign equipment, all that jazz. Equipment's nothing, wild to talk about. We all know how equipment works in games like these. Uninjured right now, so we don't have to worry about that. And then comes the actual customization. There's stuff you can do. And that's great. And this is not. Oh my god! Well, oof, that's gotta hurt to get pierced. And even this is not all of it. Let me go ahead and mess my face up over here, or clean it up. I like this. Let's stick with that. Oh, hey man, practice social distancing. Keep your masks on. I like this. It's on theme. Ooh, or we could go with this one. Oh no. Oh, I might need to go with this one. Okay. Ah, damn it. Do I stay? I like this as well a lot. This makes me think of Mortal Kombat, actually. Let's go with this. Oh, wait, actually, hold on, wait. I can get a gas mask? Oh, I got a complete story mode for it. Fine, be that way, game. And a necklace as well. Again, there's some customization over here. Great, fantastic. And that's just the head. You can customize the body. You've got different, tattoos and stuff you can get. You can change your skin tone as well. Change, these little, elbow pieces. It's ridiculous. We're not going to go through all of it. It's wild. I just wanted to show this. This is why I wanted to show the gang creation process, because it's, it's pretty involved. It's pretty involved, and I was surprised at it. But it really hits home, I think at least, for folks that played on tabletop or really appreciate the level of customization that typically comes with Warhammer games, right? Or that should be expected of Warhammer games, where you get your bits, you do your customizations. But on that note, there is, how do I, and go ahead and apply to gang. Sure, we only have the one person right now. General. Color schemes. So, like I said earlier, the colors that you choose don't actually matter, because, the gang that you choose for color scheme doesn't actually matter, because you can go in and customize your color scheme. If you don't like any of these patterns, I actually like the red and black one a lot. But if you don't like any of the patterns, then you can go through and customize the color schemes. So, for example, we can going with the World War I logic behind camouflage. Just really stand out on the battlefield. This is actually quite nice. Red, black, and yellow. Get the red and yellow in there for the channel, and that was a lot easier than I expected it to be. That was a lot easier than I expected it to be. Sure. Let's go with that. Now, I can't recall. I should be able to save this. I want to make sure I don't lose this. But yeah, you can customize the color palette of your tattoos as well. You can't really see, you can kind of see ours. But you can customize the color palette there. I do like the double red. Very, very on brand. Our straps as well. If every little thing needs to be customized, you can do it. You can go in there. You can mess around. And to me, again, that really captures a part of... a very important part of this world of games. You can even customize your weapons here. Let's go ahead with that red and black. That's just beautiful. That's just beautiful. I wonder if I want to get... Okay, I'm going to I'm gonna get too designy over here. Get a little bit of that yellow in there too. Yeah, that feels good. That feels good. And two-handed weapons, those are like the bigger, you know, sniper rifles and things like that. Let's start with you, and let's go ahead and get you on that yellow, shall we? Oh, ooh, that's a bit gaudy. Maybe we keep you black. And yeah, let's turn you to the yellow. There we go. Sorry. All right, cool. But yeah, so that's pretty wild. The most lit comment section of any live stream. I'm like scared to look. I'm scared to look. LG Wild, thank you for subscribing. Hope you are enjoying the show. It's become a pun VOD in the chat. Yeah, geez. Here I am trying to describe this game, and it's just puns. Just puns. All right, let's apply this to the gang. Done. And we should be good to save and continue. Yes. All right, cool. There we go. Beautiful. I was really worried about not seeing a save button. Let's make the others a little bit quicker, shall we? Let's make the others a little bit quicker. So let's go ahead and get ourselves a... lay mechanic. Like I said, I feel like they're pretty important to have. They have some cool abilities as well that can help you shut down certain options for mobility and things like that. Zip lines are used very commonly to like navigate the terrain, and you can shut those down with a lay mechanic, if I recall correctly. I'm sure we'll see some of this stuff in action. So lay mechanic it is. This dude looks like he's ready for business over here. These guys are technically, I guess, AdMech-ish. They've got mechanical components, as you can see. they've got mechanical components. Cannon Torzov. That's a suitable name, I suppose. And let's go ahead and pick up some traits for this guy. Lay mechanic. I mean, they're okay from range and in melee. I suppose I wouldn't mind having a little bit of melee here. Don't trust people that do acupuncture. They're backstab. Oh my god. Oh my god. It is just a pun war, isn't it? Oh lord. Gee, again, I'm not specking with too much attention to I guess detail right now. Maybe I should be a bit more careful about who we're building if we're going to play this game a lot. I do not mind. Let's go with healthy over here. We'll have a brawler. We'll have a brawler who we'll use for we'll go athletic and go heavy on that strength with them. So let's make you resilient, toughness, healing, receive, critical hit resistance. Sure. A bit of a risk taker because we'll be throwing them into, like, you know, sabotage things and whatnot. Sure, let's try that. Over here in terms of their mental trait, what am I thinking here? Alertness might not be a bad idea so they can get in and out of trouble with that higher initiative. Yeah, sure, why not? Observant for you. And your martial trait, let's go in with... Again, these guys are good. They're like kind of middling in both range and melee. So you can kind of force them either way. Yeah, Oblivion, the body shape, I like that detail a lot. And I don't know if you caught it earlier, but there are limitations to the body types you can pick when you choose certain careers. Like if you're a heavy, you have to pick between two of the bigger body types because, you know, you can't be super skinny carrying a massive, you know, heavy gunner's weapon. Let's go with protein. Let's go with the kind of like all-rounder over here. Why not? Let's do that. Let's do that. And again, you can pick a rank, but we don't really have that much money, so let's stick with the cheaper ones. You need a minimum of 3 fighters, so we got to stick with the cheaper ones right now. Cannon Torvaz, sure. Everything here is good. We can always rename them later if people want to have their names in or something like that. I don't know. Maybe I'll do like a members and super chatters and patrons can name name gangers after them. Amun Raj, my teacher noticed me giggling. Oh no, are we doing a friendly once you set up? I was gonna do an operation game first just to show how that looks and works, and then we can do a friendly. How does that sound to you, buddy? Well, let me know if you've got like time for that, because I don't know what your day's like, but I would like to get a game in. That would be fun. And then I gotta actually have my butt handed to me, I guess. All right, let's go ahead and get our last member in over here. So that was our lay mechanic. I want to get a brawler in as well. Choose that career path. This dude ready for business. Good piercing and tattoo placement over there. I really like the character art. I think it's really on point. Athletic, we could up your... go with alertness as well with you. I feel like it's not a bad idea to have that hit resistance improved a little bit. Maybe not a bad idea. And for martial trait, we're going to go ahead with Disciplined. Again, Discipline gives us improved melee prowess. That is melee precision, reduces the risk of dealing grazing hits, and we bypass melee evasion. Much like our Deadeye had extra ranged aptitude, over here we have extra melee prowess. Sounds good to you, Ease? I'll create a new gang. Doubt you want to face my current gang. Oh, man. How many hours have you spent on the game already, man? How many hours have you spent in the game already? All right, let's... I think we're all set up over here. Sure. Let's go ahead and pick Buddy up. Now, we can get... You know what? Let's go ahead and get a 4th member as well. We have the money for it. Let's go ahead and get a 4th member as well, rather than going 3v4. The AI typically comes in with 4 members. And I'm thinking... Oh, the Saboteur is the one that can prevent zip lines from being used and whatnot. Yeah, let's go with the Saboteur, because they just sound super cool. They just sound super cool. Let's go with them. And again, I don't expect necessarily to perform top tier, but I'll take what I can get over here. Up their toughness, hit resistance, healing received. Let's up their agility over here. Try and keep them alive. I feel like I'm going to take some risks over here too. Gang got 2,700-ish power points. Jeez. How about a female brawler? I could get a female brawler. I'm thinking a Saboteur would be a nice way to show off some of those mechanics as well. Get a female Saboteur in here. The Kindred Blades, I'm really interested in this game. I enjoyed Mordheim. Would you say this is a better game? So the unfortunate thing is I haven't played Mordheim, so I can't compare it to Mordheim. But what I can say is that while the story mode of this game is completely, like, you can ignore it, I did not enjoy the story mode. It was just whatever. It was just not interesting. I didn't complete it because I couldn't get myself to just keep playing it. But the moment you get into this gang creation and stuff, it's super interesting. It's a lot of fun. All the customization options, getting attached to your crew and having them, you know, get shot and injured and all that. I love that kind of stuff. So I'm all for it, I would say, in that sense. What do we got over here? Mental trait. Stun resistance, stress resistance. Again, I just feel like alertness for everybody. Just if you get to move first, well, it's an I go you go system back and forth. It's not like one team does all of their moves first. But let's go with observant, and I'll explain what that means more when we actually kind of get into it. Finally, our martial trait over here. I'm thinking. Go with ranged aptitude. Sure. Go focused. Beautiful. Done. Solely our female operative, and our last hire because we can't really afford anything else. There you go. Our team of 4. Our team of 4. And to those of you wondering, because I know this was a bone of contention at one point. But while the fighters that you can take on a single mission is a crew of 5, you are able to have a total gang of 15. 2 sets of reserves, 5 each, and then your active crew of 5 fighters as well. Yes, now it's time to actually get some gameplay going. Absolutely, Rainer. We've been doing management for so long. So there's a couple of different kinds of gameplay. There is skirmish, which you can play against the AI or against people. 1v1s and 2v2s, exhibition games, or actual contests where there are rewards and consequences and injuries and stuff matter. We're not going to do that, though. Maybe in a bit with Ease, we'll get a multiplayer game in. But what I want to show right now are operations. So this is sort of the bigger... to me, this is this is like the career mode, I think is the way to put it. This is the career mode. Basically, here's our beautiful Hive Primus over here. You can choose a sector to get yourself involved in. And based on the sector you choose, you'll have different kinds of missions and requests and a different difficulty as well. I'm going to go in over here. Normal difficulty, I feel like, is a fair place to start. Clan request Tinkerers. All right, well, let's go ahead and dive on in. Now, it gives you some details with regards to the rewards you get when you complete the sector, and the current clan request. So there can be an extra mission, so to speak, out there. We're preparing to sabotage a rival house's Underhive resource depot. Depot? I've heard it pronounced a couple ways. Let's make sure no lane mechanics are left to repair the damage. So defeat 8 lay mechanics, and you will get these extra rewards, some extra credits, and an extra case. I don't want to call it a loot box, but a surprise case. Again, no microtransactions, very important to say. But on completing the sector itself, you get a bunch of stuff as well. This is just a nice extra. Anyway, there are 2 gangs as enemies. We get 35 experience per battle. We should be fine. Enemy gang size is 5 fighters. So we will be outnumbered. Not the end of the world. I'm fine with that. Go ahead and confirm this. I've been fine against outnumbered when I've been outnumbered before, so I don't really mind. All right, infamy. Infamy is something you earn by accomplishing various tasks. Like I said, there's so much to talk about, and I'm not going to talk about everything. But there is a lot to do to unlock infamy points, which you can then use to unlock facilities and buffs, other kinds of buffs as well. I'm going to go ahead and get ourselves a gambling den and brewery at this sector. So each sector you can build something else, and that gives you special like buffs and bonuses and things like that. So for example, if we get the gambling den and brewery, each fighter gains extra experience points each shift, which is how time moves in this world of unending work. You gain consumables like low rank consumables, and you also gain an extra little bit of credits. Salvaging benches give us armor pieces, tactical explosives, or offensive explosives of low rank each shift, depending on our luck. The medical lab helps with providing us medical consumables or improving the chances of recovery when you get hurt. And then there's a training ground, which gives us reduced cost of hiring fighters by 10%. Would have been handy earlier. And it also reduces the cost of skill upgrades. Willie Krause, thank you for subscribing. I hope you're enjoying the show. Oh my god, over 300 people watching right now. I hope you all are having a good time. We're about to dive into some of the action and really show off the meat of the gameplay. But if you are enjoying, don't hesitate to let me know, folks. Hit that like button. We got just under 100 likes. It would be beautiful to hit that number. It would be beautiful to go past that number. But wonderful to see so many people joining in for what's going to be a pretty bloody affair. So the Gambling Den and Brewery for the extra experience, because we're just a new gang. That's my personal way of thinking about it. And the training ground as well to reduce the cost of those upgrades, because we're a new gang, and that way we can, improve our stats and stuff faster. Infamy points again. Now here's the thing. I don't know what I would want to get. We only have 1 point available. So House Blessing. Successful clan request will get us an extra loot casket. House Request offensive consumables. Defensive or infamous crew. Extra credit gained on each successful guild or proposal, which is another mission type. Sure, let's do that. Make some more money, we can buy some more stuff, I guess. Why not? Sergio LP, how's it going, man? Hey. Hope you're having a good day. Jill broke her finger today, but on the other hand, she was completely fine. Oh my god, I thought that was an actual doll. You had me in the first half, not gonna lie. My god. So once you pick things out of your infamy, you confirm that, and that is locked for that sector. That is what you have picked for the entirety of that sector, and hopefully I haven't messed up. And then, now this is the sector map, and missions get unlocked over time, like more missions become available. But right off the bat, we have access to our own HQ, which no gangs have found, so it's not like we're going to get raided or anything. But these science puns, man. My new theory on inertia doesn't seem to be gaining momentum. Oh my god, dyslexic man walks into a bra. It was an emotional wedding, even the cake was in tears. What is... On the topic of tears, this Hive City of ours. So there are 2 missions available right now. Retrieval of Chemicals and Spectrum Supremacy. Each mission type will have various parameters and limitations, or collectibles or loot items and whatnot. So Spectrum Supremacy. Guilders often sponsor a variety of games for entertainment and profit, in which local gangs regularly participate as a way to assert their dominance and supplement their income. Spectrum Supremacy is one such game, a delicate dance of tactical expertise. The gang who controls the most lights at the end of the battle will claim victory. Now, you cannot run away and extract a person who's been badly hurt or anything like that. And yeah, seems like a pretty simple mission type. Or there's the Retrieval of Chemicals, which I think I'm leaning towards. The great houses are competing to fill an urgent contract for a specific chemical. Time is short and current house manufactory outputs are insufficient to fulfill the order. Scour the Underhive for wayward chem barrels in order to alleviate pressure on the manufactories. Manufactories? Care must be taken when transporting barrels, however, as their contents are highly corrosive. Interesting. This game has so many layers. Indeed it does. It's like a multi-tiered cake, indeed. So 6-round limit, cool. There's a salvage casket and 5 chem barrels to pick up. I think we'll go with this. I think it'll show us a bit more varied gameplay. All this stuff, again, is for the sector as a whole. This is specific to the mission itself. So let's go ahead and dive into this retrieval mission over here and see if we can't make it out alive. I wouldn't be surprised if things go horribly wrong. I was playing this a fair bit last night, just kind of getting myself amped up for the stream. And I did pretty well. Good survivability. Didn't lose anybody. A couple of misunderstandings that nearly lost me somebody, but we were okay. So we've got the Knights Elite, Double Tappers, and St. Teresa's Martyrs. So these guys are also Orlok, and these are the... oh dear, I forget their name now. The big boys, the red guys. So again, it can be 1v1v1. It can be all 4, like it can be you plus the other 3 gangs. There's a variety of how these missions can play out. But let's go ahead and dive on into the chemical pools. The Indominus Rex Party, love your Planet Zoo videos. Glad to hear that. Thank you very much. Lots more coming, of course. I have a few jokes about unemployed people, but none of them work. Oh, my lord. Oh, my lord. But yeah, so as we dive in, I'm trying to figure out if there's anything else I need to kind of like give as a premise, as a warning, as a heads up. I don't think so. In terms of maps, I can't remember the number exactly. I think there's like 7 to 10 maps, something in that number. And they are pretty varied and pretty interesting in, again, like how the layouts are, how you navigate through them, how you get around them. Again, it's one of those things you can always ask for more of, but I'm pretty happy with what we've got. I'm pretty happy with what we've got there. All right, so first order of business. Like I said, maps, right? Lots of tiers, lots of levels. That verticality that you can see from this kind of side profile view plays into a lot of the aspects of the game. Some abilities are only possible from up on high. Some are only available from other angles and whatnot. Movement is also a very key part of this game, obviously, as it tends to be with anytime you're getting engaged with people in a violent way, not a romantic way. So there will be like destructible environment pieces to stop access to certain points. Like I mentioned earlier as well, you can sabotage zip lines to make sure people can't reach you from some angles. What really is stressful about this game in a good way is that the distances feel like a lot when you're navigating through them, but those gaps get shortened very quickly. So let's see. Our objectives are highlighted in orange over here. These are the canisters, the chem barrels that we need to collect. And then over here, the green icons or models are the loot caskets that we'll want to go and get loot out of. Now, loot that you recover during a mission, you actually take back to your headquarters and you can equip, you can use in future missions. But obviously, there's the risk. The more time you spend roaming around picking up loot, the more likely it is you run out of time. Again, this mission has only 7 rounds, or you get shot up chasing after it. On which note, there are health dispensers, as we can see over here and over here as well. If we get damaged, we can use those to heal up, or we might be able to find some med packs and stuff as well to help out. The bottom floor seems to be where all the barrels are. 1, 2, even lower down over here, 3, 4. Got to get 5, right? There's yeah, they're all at the bottom. So we can just deploy down over here. Kind of leaves us exposed from anybody up top. Here's what I'm thinking. Let's go ahead and deploy down over here. We can seek cover underneath this like little catwalk and get into the middle, pick up some loot, pick up some of these barrels right away if possible, and then we'll get our sniper closer to the top. Depends on where the enemy deploys, I guess. All right, here's what I'm thinking. We start up over here, all right? Because you can jump down, you can climb up. We've got the grapnel hook on our sniper as well. So let's try that. Let's start over here. Who am I deploying first? So at the bottom, you can see Big orange chest, damn it. Where is the big orange chest? Oh, yeah, up there. Yeah, that's kind of important, too. Good point. The salvage casket. Good point. Good point, Ease. So, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. The sniper will go up over there. Everybody else will head down towards the barrels, and hopefully everybody won't die. Gonna take a couple risks over here. We'll see how it goes. So, yeah, let's go ahead and deploy. Across the bottom, you can see our different fighters. You can see me kind of like toggling through them, I hope. And because we have one less person than the AI, we're also able to skip our turn when needed. Now, Ease, actually, since you're in chat, I have a question for you, and I wasn't able to figure this out. When you pick up a barrel, to extract it, do you have to just return it to an exit point, or do you have to extract yourself with it? I wasn't able to figure that out specifically. The enemy will also pick between these deployment zones where to start, and you actually place your people down one at a time. So let's go ahead and get our sniper down first, right at this deployment point, right? So down we go. Now, the next guys have put their person down over there, and then the third character, or the third team, has put their person down over there. So it's very possible that everyone's going to be top-heavy over here, and I'm going to be the only person who's all alone. Might be a risky thing to do. We'll see how it plays out. Yeah, let's keep everybody together for now, at least for starters. Zuka Dragon, how's it going, man? How's it going? Yeah, it looks like everyone's stacking together. No big deal, no big deal. We've got our Saboteur over here and our melee specialist. Definitely keep that melee specialist up top. And the Saboteur, I'm tempted to actually deploy down below. Maybe get them at the bottom. Moving through, picking some stuff up. This is... Where, let's see. Oh, I see. These guys, this is on the same level as these guys as well. All right, I see. One thing that throws me off about this game is the camera controls in this map view. It's control and shift to go up and down, and I've just become so used to like Total War and Planet Zoo camera controls that it's a little messy for me. It's perfectly fair. It's not a criticism of the game. It's just my familiarity with it. Ease, hold it at the end of the game. Ah, gotcha. So you just got to hold on to it. Okay, that's good to know. In that case, let's stick together then. Let's try and stick together and try and keep as many of these folks alive as possible so we can have as many of them in our hand as possible. Yes, the game is available right now, Pius 13. If you'd like to pick it up and support the channel while you do, there is a link in the description, a Humble Bundle link, which in fact I should be able to throw in chat as well if I can find my mouse over here, which for some reason I can't. Weird. This game has taken over my mouse. But there is a link in the description if you want to buy it through Humble Bundle to support the channel as well as charity as you pick it up. But yeah. The YouTube Sarko, when I asked about Stellaris, you never said anything about your first video. Oh man, I forgot about that video. The Holy Roach Empire. There's a very mini Let's Play series. Yeah, the first videos on the channel were Stellaris. That's a wow. It was a blast from the past. Love the name, getting the gang together. Damn right, James Harrison. I roll 4 deep. Well, I guess I roll 3 deep. It's me and 3 others in this gang right now. And Tannam, thank you very much for subscribing. Hope you're enjoying the show. Let's go. Let's see, what are we doing over here? I think the first thing I'd like to do is try and get up top. So the little number at the bottom that you see below those icons, that's the initiative. And the higher the initiative, the earlier you go. Holding down control allows us to look around and see the initiatives of others as well, but it can get a little messy, as you can see. So we can go into the map mode as well and take a look at people like this. 82, 49, 96, 95, and 74. These guys over here, 93, 74, 82, 64, and 74. So, we'll be going before our enemies more often than not, is what that translates to. Let's get our sniper into position first. Getting a little bit of Overwatch action in nice and early is not a problem at all. So, what happens is, you pick... Hey, Laura, how's it going? You pick which person you want to use for that round. So I'm going to go with my sniper here. So click to select. Now the other 2 gangs, or the other 3 gangs, however many you're up against, they will pick their corresponding characters for that round as well as you take. Some actions cost movement points instead. Oh, Aman Raj, thank you very much for that. Unfortunately, hey Ease, if you're in chat, are you able to unhide that? Thank you. The game has taken control of my mouse, and I can't... even though I'm in windowed mode, I can't top over. Never pick a high initiative as a first character, as you can't shoot anything. Well, what I want to try and do is get up top and get an Overwatch going, so we can get first shots in. Man, it's funny going from the map to like the 3D view. It feels like such a disconnect having all the visuals in place. But let's see. I have my Ascension, and I can act. Russin's Rundown, thank you for subscribing again. I hope you're enjoying the show. Folks, if you are having a good time, please don't hesitate to let me know. Hit that like button. It does make such a big difference. Lets me know after the stream with a quick read what people are interested in watching more of on the channel. Honestly, the repeated live streaming of late is the result of how well these live streams have done over the last couple weeks, and definitely going to feature in my schedule that should be coming out later today or tomorrow at the latest. Is this... Hold on, hang on a second. Have I already got to the... no, that's just a loot casket. That's what I'm looking for, the salvage casket. So if you backtrack, you don't lose any of the movement points. Yeah, as you can see, I've regained the movement points from backtracking to where I was right after the grapnel hook, right? It's a reasonable way to allow you to move around and experiment with where you want to end up. Let me actually put a beacon down, because I'm going to get lost, and I know it. Put a beacon down over here. Yeah, okay, I'm looking at the right thing. Let's go ahead and take a look at this thing right off the bat. We have to carry that. So I kind of want to like guard this with my life so we can be carrying it at the end of the 6 rounds, if I understand Ease's explanation correctly. Now from up over here, we are able to actually shoot, I think. We can get these bridges. We're not close enough to actually hurt anybody, so fine. Let's get into a more central position so we can try and knock some people out. Get over here. I'm able to overwatch. Pull back a little bit. Because again, the cover and stuff actually matters. Hit chances are determined by cover, which is why this kind of 3D movement is a bit of a big deal. Where's my mask? Why am I not wearing my mask? That's not good. I'm gonna catch the corona down here. Gonna go ahead into Overwatch. We'll see if this works out. Again, I'm fully ready to lose and everybody to die and whatnot. I'm perfectly comfortable with that happening. Gonna kneel as well. That prevents us from being pinned, which is a status effect you can get. And you can see, if you tap shift, you can see buffs, debuffs. There aren't any, so we can't see debuffs right now. And you can see substats as well for not just yourself, but also for who you're pointing at. So you can plan your moves accordingly. It is a hefty game. The Humble Lasgun, one of my favorite Warhammer 40k weapons. Ah, yes. If you ever run out of ammo, you can just cook the ammo pack on a frying pan to get some back. Dark Heresy actually was one of my first tabletop role-playing experiences. And it's so much fun. Highly recommended for anybody who's into tabletop role-playing. Highly recommended. All right, let's go ahead and end our turn over here, and now the AI will do its turns. So this is kind of where the game starts to get a little clunky at times, because seeing the AI move is very unnatural. But it's fine. It's fine. I wish you could speed up watching AI moves. That would make me very happy. That would make me very happy. Because, like, as you can see, it's like we're just quietly watching camera changes and shots and things like that. Rotations like that. You see what I'm talking about? Ooh, taking a little bit of damage. Not terrible, not terrible. But again, I think in multiplayer, when it's against another person, it's okay. Oh my god, Mike and something else. Come on. Oh my god. Oh my lord. Alright, we got someone heading down, I think, towards some of those canisters nice and early. I mean, I think what we're gonna maybe try and do is just eliminate the enemy. Because if they're dead, they're not getting any canisters. 6 rounds, though. It's not... Or 6 turns, I guess. It's not a lot of time. Chris C. says, thanks for the CK3 tutorial. It's truly fantastic. Thank you for the kind words. I'm glad they're helping out. Happy to see so many people enjoying the tutorials and having that kind of guide them a little bit. Literally and metaphorically speaking. Now, what do I want to do over here? This is our lay mechanic. No doors or anything to worry about. Get into position to get some melee action in. Again, see, this is where the game relies heavily on understanding, in my opinion at least, like understanding and knowing and getting a quick read on stats and like, okay, who do I want to engage in melee? Who do I want to engage from range? Who do I want to stay away from? That kind of stuff. Which again, I didn't get super comfortable with, which is why I didn't do a review beforehand, because I feel like I kind of need to be. Let's go in with our brawler over here. Get into a position to get an ambush off potentially. I'm not sure where folks are going to move. We can try and head towards test tricks as well to try and eliminate somebody nice and early. I forget if they're in ambush stance. Well, let's try that. Try that. Can you make it so the AI moves are seen from above rather than from a character's POV? I don't think so. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that. Aman Raj, nice shout out there. Absolutely hit the like button. Show your support. It is greatly appreciated. What's the strongest day of the week? Saturdays and Sundays. The rest are weekdays. Oh, Lord. Oh, yeah, and the map itself will also have traps and stuff built in, and you can trigger them, or your opponents, as we saw right now, can trigger them. Oh, we're about to see a flamer in action. Ah, the cleansing fire. Party Elite, when you finish your Aserai playthrough, if you want to do another one, do a Khuzait. I'm tempted to do either a Khuzait or a Sturgian one, but I want to do a more, like, kind of hyper-violent playthrough next. I'm really worried about triggering a trap over here. I should be able to reach them and get a nice smackdown going up there. Let's see. Oh, God. Watch me, like, blow up and die over here. Gonna make a chemistry joke, but since I'm kind of late to the thread, the good ones are gone. Oh, Lord. Oh, my God. Yeah, we can't get close enough. This orange line here shows us the limit where our movement points run out. So, okay, that's not a problem. We are able to do a couple other things. Do I really want to... I don't want to leave myself exposed to shots from the sides. That would not be ideal. That would not be ideal. We kind of like hide ourselves over here. Kneel behind the cover over here, and then maybe prepare an ambush. Let's see. Let's go ahead. So an ambush is like Overwatch stance, except in melee. If somebody comes within, I think it's 20 meters. Yeah, if an enemy moves within 20 meters of me, we charge them, and we perform a melee attack. We engage them in melee, and I mean, you do some damage. It's like Overwatch, except in melee. So let's go ahead and set up an ambush over here. And what I would like to do then is kind of block off this quote-unquote choke point, if you will, prevent people from getting in too deep and maybe try and finish them off up over here. So ambush it is, and let's go ahead and kneel as well. Because if I'm not mistaken, fighter cannot be pinned, fighter becomes less visible, increases ranged evasion. Yeah. All that sounds nice, and that's our turn done there. Let's see what these guys are up to over here. It is interesting to see, like, how the AI thinks, because, again, there's, like, support classes, there's buffs you can do, there's all kinds of things you can do that I'm still, like, familiarizing myself with. So as, like, clunky as it can be, watching the AI make its moves, it is also pretty informative, I would say. It's also pretty informative. Oh, she's just going in for it, isn't she? Oh, no, she's jumping down right next to... Okay, interesting call. Interesting call. Oh, there it is. Missed that shot. Chasing after the enemy heavy over there. That'll be an interesting back and forth, I think. Our turn, we've got our lay mechanic, and we also have our saboteur over here. Wondering if that saboteur was a good call. Why am I not checking the loot chest? Which loot chest? I guess I could have done that. I wanted to be in a better position to fire down. A loot we can go chasing afterwards. And even though checking the chest costs no action points, taking anything from the loot chest costs 5 apiece. So there is a cost to it, ultimately. Sleeping God 2002, thank you for subscribing. Hope you're having a wonderful time. Who's heading out? God, are you heading out? Is that you heading out? What happens if another player is Overwatch in the area you trigger your ambush on someone? Does the Overwatch trigger too? That's an interesting question. I have not been in that use case scenario, and I haven't seen it in action. Oh, Mike and something else. See ya. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for all the puns and all the jokes. Always welcome, of course. And for the super chat, too. Have yourself a wonderful Tuesday and rest of the week. And the rest of the week, of course. All right, let's go ahead with... Actually, let's go with our lay mechanic first. Let's go with our lay mechanic first. Tukad is saying, yeah, sorry, I was trying to catch up what was going on over there. So many puns to navigate through instead. ABK Filming, no, sorry, that's exclusive to channel members, just an extra perk for channel members and patrons. Got to keep some things, special like that. Because, again, my content is always open to all, so got to find perks in other ways. I'm so glad I'm not on the ground floor right now. Seems like all the action's going to be, all the violent action's going to be happening down over there. Keeping our distance. We'll try and finish off the 2 that are up top, and then come down to to do the job down over here as well. Opia extract? This game's going to get me demonetized. Alright, so this is our turn now, our lay mechanic again. I'm not going to be able to reach all the way over there. Do you... Hold on, are you not armed with a... Oh, no. Our lay mechanic does not have a ranged weapon. That's unfortunate. So we're melee only with our mechanic over here. Let's see. Can I get in close, or do I have to set up another ambush? Kind of the same movement limit. So we could just set up another ambush. What I'm thinking is we get into position over here, and if someone comes up over here, we bum rush them, basically. This, only a saboteur can mess around with these, and if I'm not mistaken, if I understand it right, then if I interact with this thing, this space over here will cause damage, both stat and otherwise. But it needs to be a saboteur who does that, if I'm not mistaken. All right, let's get ourselves over here. Can get shot from down below, but I'll take that risk. Oh no, we do. Okay, we do have. We just don't have a separate gun. Our arm is able to fire as well. Okay, good. In that case, let's head on into Overwatch. Stay in the same spot though. I don't mind the spot, and we can actually check the Overwatch/ambush combination over here. Overwatch it is. And let's pop you down into a kneeling position as well. And that's the turn. Can get a shot in. I wonder if I want to. Just on the bridges. No point. Let's just hang on to those action points. Sure, that's the turn done. Fair enough, says Aman Raj. Cheshire's Kitten, the remnants of the pun war. Second part of the game reminds me of the Munda tribe. Second part of which game? This game? Can't they see you when you set up an ambush? No, yeah, so an ambush, they can still see you, and in fact, you can see that an ambush has been set up. So it's not like you're hidden or anything, but you block off access points going into ambush stance. And so an opponent might hesitate to go there because an ambush has been set up. That's more the intent there. All right, our last fighter. Again, we can pass our turn instead. We can skip our turn and go last. You know, let's do that. Let's see what the AI does, and then we'll move in with our final person. Oh, the game's name, Underhive Wars. Yeah, I guess. Is this going to be a one live stream thing, or will there be follow-ups? Depends on interest levels. I mean, if this is definitely one of those games that we can kind of play with the community. So if a lot of people are interested in playing it, then we can get that kind of a thing going. What I'm thinking of doing with my streaming, at least for the foreseeable future, is not set in stone yet. But what I'm thinking of doing is Mondays will be Crusader Kings 3. And then Tuesdays will kind of just be like a flavor of the week thing. So either it'll be what the community wants, or it'll be if a new game is coming out, or it'll be, you know, a second Crusader Kings stream, whatever kind of fits the bill, what I'm feeling like, that kind of a thing. That's what I'm thinking right now. And so this might slot in there, or maybe we do it on weekends. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. But if people are interested, not just in watching, but also in kind of playing versus games and all that, then this definitely has a chance of being a long-term kind of part of the channel. All right, let's go in with our saboteur here. Bryn Shekon. Sorry if I butchered that. Thank you for subscribing. I do hope you're enjoying the show. And I do hope we can get some blood and gore in just a moment's time. Again, now we're not going to be able to close the gap over here, but we do have a ranged weapon. So I could... no, I think we're still too far away. Still too far away. Don't want to get pinged over there. Let's... I don't want to get stuck over here. The thing is, if we search and pick stuff up, we'll get stuck over here, having used up all of our movement points, and we might be a little exposed from both sides, which I don't like. Let's go ahead and sabotage this just so I can show it off. 10 action points is not the end of the world. Again, blocking off this angle of access. Not blocking off, per se, but making it more difficult to traverse through. Not that this angle has been used. Alright, electricity is the flavor of this level, I suppose. Let's go ahead and tuck in over here. Just setting up this massive, like... Oh, dear. Okay, there we go. Just hide in behind you. Looking for what? Again, we can set up another Overwatch. This is the most I've overwatched in this game ever. Most I've overwatched in this game ever. Get you kneeling as well. Sure, done. See what the AI does. Low cost achievement. Thank you for subscribing. Hope you're enjoying. There are no winners, only losers. Zuka Dragon, with regards to a pun war. No, with a pun war, everybody's a winner. People who are involved, people who aren't involved. Everybody wins when there's puns. So yeah, this is where, this is the bulk of the game. This is the meat of the game. Going in, customizing your gang, you know, equipping them appropriately. Not just customizing them visually, but also equipment, skills, all that kind of stuff, stats. And then you duke it out. You try and get, what's the word I'm looking for? More loot, more equipment, more XP. And that's kind of the gameplay loop. So if that's like, if you're into that kind of game, if you're into that kind of like level of attachment with characters and with like crew members and things like that, I feel like this is a very powerful game in that sense. And that's where I draw that parallel to like Blood Bowl, where it's like if you really like your teammates and your team members and things like that, then you're gonna be very attached, and you're gonna want you know, you're going to want to try and keep them alive. You're going to want to try and make sure they're safe and protected and all that kind of noise. So that's where I draw that parallel. Let's go in with our melee buddy first and see if we can't finish the job off up there somewhere. Let's try that. Let's try that. Yeah, you should be able to close the pin message by clicking... There should be a close button right up there. Oh, looks like we're going in first. Good stuff. Who are they moving? They're lay mechanic and they're melee person. So blue lay mechanic down over there, and their red melee person. So that battle is playing out this round. Cool. Let's go ahead and stand up. This sabotage was completely useless. Everybody just jumps down. That's the thing about the verticality in this game, is like you can jump, you can grapnel, hook, you can just go around as you wish. Who do I want to finish off over here? They're both kind of scary. Let's hit you up. Honestly, I could just leave it between the two of them to duke it out, but I'd like to get involved. Testrix is already a little hurt. So fine, let's go up there instead. My only concern is that flamer hurting both of us. That's my only concern there. TV Kirby Show 30 Show Marcello, thank you for subscribing. That is maybe one of the longest usernames I've seen. How's it going? Let's go ahead and smack her skull in. 96% chance to hit, decent bit of damage output. And we can hit and run, though if you engage in melee, you have to actually do a disengage action to do the running. Sure. Well, let's not move so much if we don't have to. Stay on... protects us from the flamer, potentially. Go ahead and get that smack in. Coming in with that Warhammer. Get it? Warhammer. Laura Perry, gotta go. Don't forget to... Oh, sub to see the best content creator ever. Oh, thank you very much. Laura, have yourself a wonderful Tuesday and rest of the week as well. Thank you for joining in. Hope you had a good time. So much Overwatch. Yeah, YouTube Sarko, there was a lot of Overwatch there. None of it got actually used, unfortunately. So we did a fair bit of damage there on Tessatrix. We could go in with another strike and finish her off. That uses up all of our action points. We have 8 movement points left, which is unfortunately not enough to disengage. So we are kind of committed here. So we might as well get the smack in, use up all of our action points, and see if we can't get into some type of cover or something. So let's go ahead and finish you off. Now, actually, being the one to kill somebody gains you experience points. So you do want to partake in that kind of activity, let's call it. Now, we can't pick anything up because the action points are used, but let's go ahead and search the body over here because that doesn't cost any action points. And we can see what they have. They've got a crack grenade, which is an armor-piercing grenade type, at least as far as the lore is concerned. Yeah, crack grenades, armor shred. The scare gas canister, interesting. Creates a hazard zone, giving a mechanical debuff. Leaving the zone replaces the previous effect by a lesser defensive debuff. Interesting. And the autocannon, which is a heavy specific weapon. But as you can see, equipping or putting any of these into our backpack costs action points that we don't have right now. So instead, Tessatrix are for kids. Oh my god, that's solid. That's solid. I can't read that name. I apologize, but thank you for subscribing. Let me know in in Pinyin or something what that's supposed to be, and I'll be able to read it out. Okay, so not enough movement points to actually get into decent cover. So that's unfortunate. Using a grapnel, sorry, not a grapnel, using a zip line costs action points, which again, we don't really have. So let's at least tuck ourselves behind this tiny bit of cover over here. We can't kneel, that costs action points, but that's okay. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Maybe a little toasted, but we'll be okay. In fact, our next move we can do with someone who has extremely high initiative, and that'll let us get the job done ourselves before they're even able to move, potentially. Protect ourselves from any losses. Using offensive consumables is offensive, damn right. Now I have, oh god, now I have that Eminem lyric stuck in my head. You find me offensive, I find you offensive for finding me offensive. Oh, what's the next line? Something about drawing fences. Man, listen to that song at the back of my hand. Okay, nothing too wild over here. A little bit of melee action over here, potentially. Thought Miss Elite taught you how to get around Chinese, or I'm reading something wrong. I can read Romanized. Well, I can. I'm okay at. Hey, our Overwatch triggered. Nice. I'm okay at reading Romanized Chinese, and I'm okay at reading Pinyin. But the actual Chinese characters, I can't read. Though I have recently learned how to kind of like break them apart and look at it in a dictionary, but I can't read the actual characters. Pavel Bolshov, thank you for subscribing. Hope you're enjoying the show. None of that in chat, please. Shoryu-chan, I know it's a joke, but none of that in chat, please. That's like my one rule. Well, one of a few rules. Let's go in with our... We could toast the toaster. From up top over here, I have some shots available. Some easy shots available from up top over here, so let's go ahead and do that. So something we can do with our... with any of our characters, if you're not planning on moving them too much, you can be entrenched, which gives you extra action points so you can get more shots in. So let's go ahead and see if we can't... Yeah, we're good here. 30 action points will give us 2 shots. 40, we can do an aimed shot. I think I'd rather get 2 regular shots in. 100% hit chance, 50 to 55 damage, 11% chance of a critical. That sounds good to me. It's all energy damage. Their defense against energy, you can see on the shield icon on the left there, is pretty low. So let's go ahead and pop that shot. Boom. A little bit of damage done. Get another shot in as well. Oh, we can't. Got to go ahead and get entrenched. Costs movement points because we're not planning on moving too much, but it gives us more action points. And fire away. One more shot. Good stuff. Didn't kill her, but, you know, did something. We could reload the weapons. Probably not a bad idea, actually, considering we only had 1 shot left there. That's our reload action, and we have some action points available, so let's go ahead and see what we can pick up from that little loot crate over there. See if there's anything of value in here. Because there might be, like, grenades or whatever it might be. The music is really nice. Oh, the music is top-notch, actually. Sludge Jelly Toxin. So this isn't an item we can use in combat, but we can put it in our backpack and sell it later on in the store. Okay, done here. And make sure we're nicely hidden, I suppose. We can kneel. And that is our turn. Strategy. Is this an FPS or strategy game? Yeah, it's kind of a blend. It's a third-person tactics game. It's XCOM, except you control people in third person. And it's got, like, I guess, platforming elements. Hey now. Hey now. That's my chem barrel. That's my chem barrel. We gotta shut that nonsense down. Carrying 2. That's not okay. That's not okay at all. We gotta shut that down. Yeah, this is lasting longer than expected. Okay, here we go. Heavily wounded, corrupting trap, causing a little bit of damage. You're gonna loop around behind me and fire at me, I assume, or are you gonna do something else? Interesting choice. What? What? That was a weird move. That was a very weird move. Okay. Okay. Got our Saboteur and our Lay Mechanic. Go chasing after the person who's carrying, there we go. Krira over there. Try and get those barrels to drop, I suppose. Try that out. Those are some chonky squats. Yeah. Can you ever do the On the Edge DLC for Frostpunk? I am tempted to do that actually as a live stream as well. That's one of those like flavor of the week things potentially. I wanted to cover that properly, but there were some issues unfortunately when I was going to. Long story, but I do really want to cover that. Any plans for a face reveal? Amun Raj, I actually mentioned that previously as well. I mean, you can see my I've been on like the Warhammer. I did some casting for a Warhammer tournament, Total War Warhammer 2 tournament. So you can see my face on the VOD there. It's on Twitch. On Total War's official channel. My own self, I don't have a webcam setup, but even if I did, I don't have like the setup for that properly yet. I don't have like the green screen thing, and y'all probably know how I am. I'm a little particular about that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna wait until I can get that set up before I do that. Is this game any good? It depends on what kind of what makes you enjoy a game, I suppose. Personally, the story mode I think is completely like ignorable. You can skip that. But the meat of the game is in making your own gang, equipping them, you know, building your team, building your operatives up, getting them experience points, sending them out to do missions. I think that's where the real meat of the game is. That's where the real fun is to be had, and that's where the game gets really interesting. So that's my 2 cents. If you're in it, if you're looking for a story mode opportunity, I would say this ain't it. But if you're looking to play like multiplayer or even against the AI, have these skirmishes and stuff like that, then I would say it's a good pick. It's a good pick. Pop some shots down over here and get those barrels to drop, hopefully. By virtue of killing the target, I mean. All right, ABK Filming. Sorry you feel that way, but thanks for joining in. Have yourself a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful rest of your Tuesday. Keep firing down over here. A little bit of work done. Left weapon is out of ammo. I could get a reload in. I think I should be able to get a reload and another shot in. We might actually be able to drop her. Pretty close. We're pretty close. Oh, one more shot we cannot do, but we can go into Overwatch. So the next time she tries to move, where is she headed to? Is there an extraction zone nearby? Because you can extract with stuff as well, and that counts too. All right, just going to Overwatch over here. I kind of like the setup without the face. Not that I don't want to see your face, but this way I feel like it's more about the gameplay. That's another thing that I often think about is like, it's more about the game, less about me. I don't know. For me, that's always been a big thing about face cams and whatnot. All right, we're done here, I think. End the turn there. Oh man, yo, Ease, are you still in chat? This is going on for a lot longer than expected. We might not actually have time for our game today, but maybe I'll catch you outside of a stream at some point. Let me know, Ease, if you're in chat. We might be out playing instead. Might hit him up on Steam messages if he didn't hear me. Feels bad, dude, but I expected this battle to not last this long. If you're playing horror games, face cam is great. Yeah. Not that I haven't been tempted by doing it for like doing a Halloween stream. Man, horror games. I love horror as a genre because it freaks me out, and that can be a lot of fun in its own way. Good horror is great. Yo, Ease, is that cool if we like play some other time, not on the stream? Because I'm like trying to plan my recordings and stuff to like meetings that Miss Elite has, so I won't be able to stream for like past the next 30 minutes. Is that cool? I really hate to do that and say that, but we can catch a game some other time. Let me know, man. Let me know. Dana Martin, thank you for coming in with that super chat. Greatly appreciate it. Hi, party. I'd like to thank all in Discord who have helped me. Well, I'm glad to hear that you've got help for whatever it might be you need help for, and I'm glad to hear the Discord has been a nice place to you as well. Thank you very much for that super chat. It means a lot. It really helps the streams out. Greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it. Yay for horror games +1. Maybe. It's very off-brand for the channel, which is typically more strategy and stuff. So it would be like a one-off Halloween thing or something like that, depending on other plans. But maybe we try and do that this year. Maybe I try and find a horror strategy game. It wouldn't be with face cam still, which is I know that's an important part of horror. But trust me, my friends have told me that even with just my voice, horror can be entertaining to hear me play. All right, cool, Ease. Thanks for understanding, dude. I'm glad you've been playing anyway. Thanks for understanding. I felt real bad about that. Let's get that spread shot in here. And how is she still alive? How is she still alive? Drop him, damn it. There we go. About time. Now we are going to be the ones with the barrels. Let's go ahead and jump on down. 10 action points. No, I don't want to jump up there. I want to jump down. There we go. Excellent. Let's get down there. Pick those up. This game multiplayer, if it's stable, will be great. Yes. Absolutely the Wolfpack. Absolutely. Again, if you're interested in finding these multiplayer games and stuff, join our Discord. Ease very appropriately threw in the command there. Bring up the Discord link. Join in through that link or the link in the description down below as well. It's a huge community, over 3,000 people, and as Dana Martin so nicely said with the super chat as well, it's a wonderful community of great people. And if you're looking for people to play games with, lots of Warhammer fans, lots of folks I think getting Necromunda in that Discord already as well. So you will find a community to play that with, and lots of active Blood Bowl leagues too. Lots of them. Ooh, damn! Kind of put myself into a situation over here, didn't I? I can get closer and open some shots over here too. 18 to 24, a little bit of damage, won't do a lot, but a little bit might be all we need right now. And then we can tuck in for cover back over here, sure. 100% hit chance, pop that shot. When jumping, use Q and E to move between landing spots. Yeah, I tend to use the mouse. Yeah, that's a good point. I should use Q and E. I use the mouse a lot more than I should. All right, 5 action points to reload, so we're ready for next turn. And let's go ahead and hide ourselves. Ooh. Search that next turn. Go ahead and tuck in over here so we're a little bit safer. Cool. That's that turn done. Convince you to buy it, Wolfpack. Awesome. Cool. If you are going to buy it, then check out the Humble Bundle link that I've thrown in the description. I thought the game gave me my mouse back a moment ago, but it didn't. There is a Humble Bundle link in the description of this stream/video if you're watching it as a VOD. If you buy it through there, it will support the channel as well as charity. Of course, you don't have to, but it is greatly appreciated. It's a nice way to kind of support the channel while getting something in return, too. So yeah, just thought I'd mention that if you are planning on picking it up. Aman Raj, have you heard of Zero AD? If you don't want it getting features here, but just in general, have you ever heard or played? Sounds familiar. Zero AD. What is that? I feel like I was looking at that a while ago. I uninstalled Blood Bowl the other day because I never have a league. Yo, yes, absolutely. ! Discord. Anyone can use that command to bring the Discord link up. It's also in the description. But yeah, join the Discord. Totally. We've got like 3 or 4 leagues going. it's wild. I really wish I had my mouse. But yeah, ! Discord, and you'll have the Discord link in chat. I gotta skip a turn because I have one less warrior than the other gangs over here. Come on, game. give me my mouse back. Oh, it's so silly being in windowed mode. Yeah, there you go. There's the link over there. Thank you, the YouTube Sarko. There's the link to the Discord. Only 3 factions. Why? I keep lying. What am I lying about? Why am I lying? What did I lie about? 3 leagues and 1 ladder, and another league is starting soon. Yeah. Yeah, it's hyperactive. I'm thinking of getting involved in the ladder as well because my kind of inconsistent schedule, especially this quarter, there have been so many games coming out. It's hard to be like, I can always make this time. It's been kind of difficult, especially with like Crusader Kings 3 and Necromunda and stuff like that. But I am planning on getting involved with that ladder as well, so I can hop in. It's a bit more freeform, so that's pretty cool. Zero AD is an open source AoE kind of game, set in antiquity. That sounds kind of right up my alley. I will check that out. I'm pretty sure I was looking at it. Dan B-Star, thank you very much for subscribing. I hope you're enjoying the show. If you are, you know what to do. Leave a like down below. And actually, that goes for everybody watching right now, whether you're watching live or as a VOD. Hit that like button to let me know you'd like to see more of this game. Or just more live streams in general. Let's try and at least finish this mission off today. Let's try and at the very least finish this mission off today. I'm wondering if I want to pick some stuff up and... Like, over here, there is 1, 2, 3 barrels. Alright, cool. That's good. It's good to kind of, like, camp out over here, I guess. And pick stuff up when the time comes. Yeah, DLC is probably the reason. DLC is probably the reason for there only being 3 gangs at launch. So I suppose if the game does well, you can expect to see a fair bit of that going on. Which, I mean, if it's a fun game, I have no issue with DLC like I once used to. If a game is fun and it's the ideal way to get it out in people's hands, then so be it. Also, it's not a full-price game. So, you know, points for that. It is not a full-price game. Definitely goes a long way in justifying the approach, too, I would say. Alright, let's get in over here and pop some shots off. We can get 3 shots in. Should do a fair bit of damage. 95% hit chance. I'm like right up in her. I'm right behind her. Well, in that case, let's just kind of stay tucked in over here so we can hide afterwards. Boom. Let's do it. Once you've customized your gang to a comfy level, I could make some of those pixel avatars for them. Ooh, Neil. I mean, that was beautiful work. And I appreciate that greatly. Wow. That was, and I'm not just saying, that was really beautiful. Good pixel art is hard to come by. I appreciate that greatly. Wow. Hyper Blood Bowl now. Norscan Crush Team incoming. Nice. Oh, we're out of ammo over here. Not enough to reload. Can't get close and melee. So let's go ahead and, oh dear, just kind of like tuck in over here. Sure. We can't kneel. No action points available for that. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. No, 95% is not max. 100% is max. I've seen 100% for sure. Now, I don't know if that's because of a specific perk or anything like that, but I have definitely seen 100% hit chances. Zip line up to... Ah, clever. Zip line to go across, jump down. I like it. The AI isn't... I wouldn't use the word stupid to describe the AI, which is nice. Though sometimes the engagements they choose is interesting. Granted, I haven't played on harder difficulties. Yeah, if you check the art and hobby channel in the Discord, it's really quite nice. I believe it was in the art and hobby showcase channel. So yeah, again, if you want to check out the Discord, !Discord, or in the description. Oh yeah, see, this is one thing that happens fairly often. I've seen it happen in every engagement I've played, where the AI gets stuck like this and walks into a wall with at least one character. And it's obviously a bit of a bummer, as you can see. It extra hurts because you can't even speed up time or anything like that, so that's not ideal. Yeah. So you just kind of wait for them to, yeah, use up their movement points. I'm not sure why it's like that. I'm not sure what the bug there is, but again, when you're playing against other players, it's not going to be a thing, right? So it really is, I would say, built around multiplayer and the multiplayer experience. In the Arts and Hobby channel, okay, yeah, that's the place to check it out. Never heard of this game. Kyle Hollenbeck, it is a Warhammer 40k game where, we already checked this, right? Yeah. Where you put together a gang that operates on the planet Necromunda on Hive Primus, which is a hive city, which is basically the scummiest types of places in the Warhammer 40k universe. Outside, you know, the trenches, I guess. And yeah, you build a gang, you spec them up, you upgrade them, you give them equipment, you send them out on operations, you play multiplayer. That's kind of like the way to to summarize the game quickly, I guess. Yeah, it's annoying as hell at ease, absolutely. It is, I would say it is the biggest, it is one of the bigger flaws in the game if you're going to play solo, dealing with the AI behaving that way, obviously. Certainly not ideal. Let's go in with our melee beast over here and try and tie down that, well, the heavies already used their turn up. Got that lay mechanic we could try and tie down in melee, or we've got this Deadeye over here as well. Hi, yay. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Let's try for that. Not feeling it, Ferdo? I'm curious why. I always like to know why people feel a certain way about a game, because it lets me know what folks are interested in and not interested in. So let me know what your thoughts are. Is it too slow? Is it too clunky? Is it the visuals? Is it the setting? Always helps for me to know. Let's head on down over here. 40k Mordheim. Yeah, Space Mordheim. Yes, I keep forgetting to use the Mordheim comparison. Yes, absolutely. Alright, let's go in with a big smackdown over here. Lots of damage dealing capabilities in melee. 30 AP, eh? So we won't be able to go in a second time, but that's okay. Go for a nice smack across the face. Oh, wow! Wrecked, one hit kill. Got the crit there. Alright, beautiful. Let's pick some stuff up over here. Again, it's 5 AP per. A couple auto pistols. We got a confusion gas over here we can get as well. Sorry, how much AP do we actually have? 10. So I can pick up 2 things this turn. And again, anything we pick up, it actually goes into our like gang's headquarters, and we can use it. So the Brute Cleaver is actually a lot worse than any of the equipment we already have. So why would I bother picking that up? The sword is also, I mean, it's better in some ways, but worse in others. You know what I mean? Jeez. Let's pick up the confusion gas and a couple of auto pistols. Well, one auto pistol, I guess. Oh, I can pick up another one. No, I can't. That should be like redded out or something. Sure, I'll take that on. Not going to re-equip myself right now, but at least I'll have it for later. And where are we? That is solely from our crew. There's an extraction point over here. We might want to start extracting some of the canisters. 4 rounds remaining. 4 rounds remaining. Please. Let's get up over here. Well, actually, no. Let's tuck in over here and try and take these guys out as well when our round comes up. I think I prefer Mordheim though, but I prefer Fantasy over 40k. Yeah, that'll do that for sure, for sure. Having to watch the AI derp around for minutes and minutes is definitely a huge negative point for me. That is fair for sure. Yeah, to me, not being able, that's a minimum requirement for these kinds of games. Whether it's third person or isometric, to be able to double time gameplay is so important. Being more single player, it's not super appealing to me. Okay, I'll keep an eye out on it. And a new game, just cannot play at all. Oh, yeah, that's totally fair. That can happen. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of nuance to who will like or not like this kind of game for sure. I'm on Raj, heading out for dinner. Enjoy dinner. Hopefully it's delicious. Have yourself a wonderful night and rest of the week as well. Thank you for joining in. Hope you had a good time. Michael Hart says, if this is multiplayer focus, I'll pass. We need more single player focused games from GW. Love their IP, but they always go toward MP. I think it's because they're like, again, the crowd is naturally inclined towards multiplayer. It's always been like that, right? The community around a table. I think that's why they lean that way. But I totally agree with you. We need more good single-player Warhammer games. Total War Warhammer is an excellent example. Fantasy, yes, but it's an excellent example. Space Marine didn't do it for me, but a lot of people swear by Space Marine, obviously. We need more single-player Warhammer games. I agree. Such a vibrant and awesome universe. It's a shame to not see it be more utilized. Let's see if we can't finish Molex off over there. I'm just going on like a killing spree over here. Oh, using a cheat engine speed hack to speed AI turns? I haven't tried that. That didn't even occur to me as a potential option. We already have 2 people over here. Molex is not going to live very long. I shouldn't have done this. Oh, here comes the Overwatch from the heavy. That's not good. That's not good. Maybe, okay, we're heavily wounded. Thankfully, we are right next to... Ah, damn it. That is a healing station. Unfortunately, we're just short of it. We're just short of it. So fine, let's just get close to it. Kneel over here. Maybe could have got some shots off, actually, but... fine, let's stand up. Wasted action points. My bad. My bad. We're going to be stuck up over here. No, we're stuck up over here. Once you do an action after you move, you've spent those movement points. Space Marine, third-person shooter smasher. That's a good way to put it. Space Marine. Last proper 40k single player I can remember is Space Marine. Absolutely. Who developed Space Marine again? I forget the name of the developer. Brandy Lee coming in as our latest channel member, joining in as a warden. Thank you very much for that support. Means a lot. Don't hesitate to take full advantage of all the custom emojis that unlocks as well. But welcome, Brandy Lee, as our new and returning, if I'm not mistaken, member, right? Oh my God, Molex just went down. I didn't even have to do anything. Cool. Good stuff. Good stuff. We got what, 3 rounds remaining over here. Hopefully we can, I wonder if we can finish everybody off. And if we finish everybody off, do we automatically get all of the barrels or not? What we really need is for Creative Assembly to make Alien Isolation, except you are like a guardsman or just a regular civilian and you're being hunted by some tyrannid. That's what we need. That's what we need. Get Creative Assembly on that. Alien Isolation was an excellent horror game. I've barely played it. That's how scary it is. That's what we need. Oh, Relic made that. Ah, gotcha. It bankrupted Relic. Fingers crossed they make a good recovery. Relic's, there have been some unfortunate moments for Relic lately, especially when it comes to Warhammer IP. So I really hope they're able to recover and do okay. Because, man, those guys, they've done some big stuff for strategy gaming. The pedigree is strong. Done some big stuff. I would hate to see that loss. Do we really only have 2 enemies remaining? Hang on a second. What? Lots of dead bodies. I think so. We just have 2 from Team Blue. Well, 3 from Team Blue. We got 1, 2, 3. Oh, we might actually be able to wipe them all out. Huh. We don't want to get too far away from the, from that crate, obviously. Oh, look at that. Roria just stuck back there, not moving at all. That's weird. And Scheisse. Can we pop a shot from this angle over here, maybe? Ooh, no, that's good cover. That's good cover. This is where, like, the 3D movement kind of comes in handy and becomes interesting. I think we'll have an angle from over here. Oh, just barely, maybe? No, unfortunately not. Can't even fire at you. All right, wild. Wild. I mean, I could move. Come back up here afterwards. Sure. Let's do it. Use that zip line. We'll come back up there. Zane Dickens just turned in a couple minutes ago, and this is a very interesting game. Seems like fun. I'm personally enjoying it quite a bit. It's a very interesting blend of that third-person tactical kind of game. So I'm enjoying it quite a bit personally. And it's the management stuff that you will have missed, but maybe you can catch it on the VOD later, is where I think a lot of the love will come in. Managing the crew, putting it together, organizing all that stuff. That's where a lot of the meat of the action will be as well. We can use the zip line because we have 10 AP left. Yep, let's head back on up. Playing a turn-based game suits when working. Yes. No comment. No comment. All right, let's go ahead and tuck in over here. Keep our captain safe, as it were. Oh, the corrupting trap finished you off. Excellent. I'm glad I got that shot in there. Brun Jim, what's up? What's up? How's it going, man? No worries. Life gets busy, but life also finds a way, as it is, right? All right, who else do we have left? The person that's stuck up over there. Down over here, we had Wanatrix and Royan. Royan. Going with the melee on Wanatrix, maybe, if we can get that far. Let's try that. Let's try that. It's only me 137. Oh, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that. Beefy XL, thank you for subscribing. I hope you're enjoying the show. It's from what I've seen in chat, it's certainly a very specific taste of game, I suppose. Now, actually, I didn't notice. We got 3 from Team Blue over here. We might be able to drop Royan completely. Nynaria back there also has a barrel in hand. Let's start over here. Close as she is. Let's drop this fool. Actually, who goes next? There's Saboteur from Team Red and the Heavy from Team Blue. Well, if that's how it's going to be, then I suppose you'll draw my attention. Popping over here. End that turn before it starts. 89% hit chance, because I guess they're kneeling. Let's hope for it. Let's hope for a critical here. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Oof. What the hell are you doing, PE? I haven't lost a guy yet. I haven't lost one either. Rushing in all guns blazing. I haven't lost anybody either. So we're engaged over here in melee, so they're going to have to disengage to do anything. We can disengage as well and run off somewhere if we want to, but I would prefer them being stuck in melee with me. It is their turn next, though. So what I'm worried about is them pulling away and then turning around and hitting me with that heavy weapon over there. But hey, it is what it is. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Whoops. Kenneth Chow, thank you for subscribing. Hope you're having a good time. Last year, got the Jurassic Park book for under $5. It was really good. You mean like the Michael Crichton Jurassic Park book? Like the OG Michael Crichton Jurassic Park book? If I recall correctly, that book has some dark moments. I read it a long time ago. That book is bloodier than the movie. For real, David, though, the Space Marine vids by that one guy are cool. Astartes, oh my god, Astartes is so awesome. We need more Warhammer. We need more high-quality Warhammer single-player games and movies. How is a world that is so just dense, intense, beautiful, and just intriguing, interesting, like how has that not had more love You know what I mean? Like, what is going on? What is wrong with the world? Where is the love for Warhammer, quality Warhammer content? Yeah, especially movies. We only have that one Ultramarines movie. What's up with that? How do we have that? Oh my god, that Ultramarines movie. I don't even want to think about it. I can't believe I mentioned it. It is one of the animation in that feels like it's from the 70s. Go ahead and get some health over here from the dispenser. There we go. There is a 40k series coming. I've heard. I hope it's good. I hope it's good. That's all I can say right now is I hope it's good. Cannot fire at you. All right, let's go ahead and try and get a better angle over here. I don't think we'll be able to. So that's fine. Let's jump down and get some shots in over here. Try to drop her. You like the Ultramarine movie? I mean, it's like, okay, so it's fine-ish. My issue with it is the quality of animation and stuff. The quality and animation is just like from a different era. Okay, if we want to melee, 36 damage. If we fire, target is too close. Up to 36 damage. 13% chance of a critical. 3% chance of critical, much higher chance of a graze. Alright, so I suppose we shoot. And we can tuck in behind this afterwards. Got enough AP for, what, 2 shots? Sure, I'll take that. Can I entrench as well? I cannot entrench, unfortunately. Alright. Take a couple shots in over here. Who killed Captain Alex? I don't recall. Weapon is jammed. Oh, come on. I needed that. Alright, well, I can't unjam the weapon right now, unfortunately, so we'll just go ahead, take a knee back over here, and end our turn there. If only GW had the animators of Riot Games. If only GW had any of the countless, animators out there who are vying to make really cool animations. There's so many fan films out there of the utmost highest quality. An Inquisitor RPG Mass Effect style would be amazing. Be Noble, there it is. Boom, there's the idea. Print it, Print it and print the money that comes with it. It is, I mean, okay, not to diminish how difficult the job is. Don't get me wrong. But it is so, quote-unquote, easy to find a good thing to talk about in this universe. It's like Star Wars. It's so easy to find an interesting thing to talk about and to make a game about or to make a movie about. To find a genre that it blends with and then do it. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, is Ultramarine movie really that bad for lore? I don't remember it. I watched it so many years ago. I don't remember it well enough. Okay, who do we drop over here? Who's going up next? They're lay mechanics, so we can try and finish them off before they get a turn in. Oh, if we can get close enough, which we cannot. All right, hold on. Let's see if we can't be cheeky. Is there? There's no zip lines or anything to get us a better angle. Ooh, what is this? Yes. Can I reach? Nah. Insufficient ammo. Killing me here. What about the wild snake? What does that do? Defensive buffs, offensive buffs. Oh, okay. Not anything that'll help me right now. Go ahead and reload. I don't think we'll be able to fire from here. Hell's Reach. Fair. It's also few and far between as well. That's the other thing. It's also few and far between. Let's go ahead with the Overwatch. That was a mistake. We'll be fine. It's not like we're gonna lose this person. Go ahead and kneel you as well. That's the turn there. Well, if I'm in an unsafe zone, don't get me stuck here. Oh, come on. All right. There's those little things of this game, just like, don't let me get stuck in a place that's inappropriate. Didn't they already hire some animators though? Excellent. They try to do that often. One of their mini designers used to be a popular mini converter. Excellent. It's good that they do that. That's wonderful to see. A lot of the times though, quote unquote corporate gets involved, right? That's another big thing. New Blood Angels cartoon looks all right. Maybe they're turning a new leaf then. How well did you like the newest set of Star Wars movies? Oh dear Lord, I did not. I did not. I did not. And I have so many issues with that trilogy. The first movie was just A New Hope recreated, so it was just fan service out the wazoo, did nothing new. The second movie had absolutely nothing going for it, and a second act that was completely useless. You could have that movie, like that second movie is bad in my opinion. My humble, you know, uninformed, I'm not a film critic opinion. That second act could be completely cut out of the second movie, and the movie would be the same without it. Like the whole casino sequence, like useless. The third movie, I don't even want to get started. Oh my god. I didn't think it could get worse than the second one, but that third movie, oh. Somehow it managed. I didn't care for Solo. They ruined my favorite Star Wars character. Han Solo is one of my favorites, and that movie was horrible. Rogue One was the best we got, but even that wasn't all that great, if you ask me. But it's, you know, best of the worst, to quote one of my favorite YouTube shows. Yeah, I'm not none too pleased about those movies. None too pleased. Who can we finish off over here? I guess we can hit another shot down at Royan from up on high. I don't want to get too low because again I want to have that in my hand when the turn ends, right? Oh, really? No target? It's a sniper rifle. I guess my angle's not that great. We could do the same thing from earlier as well, or we could try and fire at you. You've got a barrel as well, trying to get away over here. 92% hit chance. Sure, yeah, let's pop that shot. Who Killed Captain Alex is on YouTube, as well as their own website. Okay, I'll go check that out. Can you give me some details, like what's it about? Going Overwatch over here. My brother loves Han Solo and was disappointed by the movie too. Yeah, absolutely. It breaks his character. It breaks his character completely. Oh my god. Like, he's supposed to not care about the rebellion. He's supposed to, you know, be self-centered. But that movie has him not being any of those things, and it's a prequel. Okay, I could. No, done. I could rant about these for hours. Again, it let me get stuck in an unsafe zone. All right, whatever. It's fine. Stopped watching after the first and the latest trilogy because it was the OG trilogy done in one movie. Yeah. They're just mad they won't do the Thrawn trilogy or something like I, Jedi. Star Wars 1 to 6 is canon for me. Yeah, and like I'm not a like, the prequels are not good movies either, but they had a certain charm to them, I guess. And I personally like politics. Like, I liked all. I know I know I have the quote unquote wrong opinion here. Forgive me, but I like the politicking. I thought that stuff was really cool. The trade blockade, the negotiations, episode 3, and all like the political stuff there. I liked that stuff because I like history. I like that kind of like. I just like that kind of stuff. So I know that's an unpopular opinion to have, but that is my opinion, which is why, on top of everything else, I'm a bit partial to those as well. Yeah, honestly, I kind of wish I'd done something differently here to finish her off. I was really hoping to finish her off here, but fine, we'll just keep her engaged. Rip Star Wars? No, I'm not ready to call it rip yet. I haven't watched The Mandalorian. That's how much the new trilogy killed my love of Star Wars. I should have watched The Mandalorian, like, you know, week after week. I'm a Star Wars fan. And I didn't. And I still haven't watched The Mandalorian, and I can't believe it. And I have no interest. Oh, I'm loving CK3 Norbert. Yeah. Killed Captain Alex is moved from Uganda or some other South African country, made on the budget of 2 beer cans and a 2001 phone camera. Well, that's interesting. Makes me think of those kids that remade Extraction, and then they got gifted a bunch of movie-making stuff. They were from Nigeria, though, if I recall correctly. Let's try and pop some shots up over here. I wouldn't mind a spaghetti western meets sci-fi. That sounds fun. I think I would enjoy The Mandalorian. Based on what my friends have told me, I think I would enjoy it. One of my friends actually, when I first watched The Force Awakens, I liked it because I was like, yay, Star Wars, you know, taken up by the fandom and whatnot. One of my friends, though, raised some excellent points, and I haven't been able to forget them since. Basically, I can't reload. I don't have the action points for it. Basically, there is no hierarchy in those new movies. When the Battle of Hoth happens, there is an admiral, there is a general, and then there are like operators on the field. Like, there's a hierarchy. In The Force Awakens, You've got Captain Phasma, who knows everybody's name somehow, who knows everyone's designation. You've got like the leader of the pack talking to a massive. You've got all these like weird moments that are incongruous with what actually happens. It breaks the world apart. And if that wasn't bad enough, the intro to the third movie just being, the intro to the second movie being like, hey, yeah, the Death Star Mark III, whatever it was called, has been destroyed, but somehow, these guys are still super strong. And the intro to 3, the opening crawl to 3 was terrible as well. I don't remember it exactly. Oh my god, I should stop talking about Star Wars right now. It's derailing the stream. 2 rounds remaining. Okay, I think we can do this. All right, stay down over here. Let the hate flow through you, party. Yeah, I'm ranting. Start of the season. Oh, don't spoil the boys for me. I'm waiting. I hate that they're doing the weekly releases. Don't spoil the boys for me, please. I really enjoyed the first season, and I'm curious for season 2, but I'm gonna wait until it's all out, and then I'm gonna watch it. Star Wars did Boyega dirty. Agreed. Such talent wasted. Boyega. Oh my God, Finn's storyline could have been so interesting. Like, his opening scene is him being sad that one of his friends, a stormtrooper who we're supposed to hate, one of his friends is dying. And that's his, like, you know, that's a very interesting character moment. And then, like, not 30 minutes later, dude is running around, or flying around, I guess, gunning down his friends, the TIE pilots, gunning them down and yelling booyah as he does. And it's just like, have you no remorse? These are your friends. You've grown up with them, and you might not like them all, but you know that they're people, and you know some of them have been ripped from their homes, and you know this, that, and the other things. Like, what? Where did that potential for such an awesome character go? So much potential. God. And not letting him be a Jedi despite the come on. Finn and Rey should have both been Jedis. Come on. God damn. Carl Urban. Wait, what? Oh, okay, you're joking, David. Carl Urban kills Dumbledore. I'm like, what? Oh my lord. We start a party on a Star Wars rant. Yeah, no, I should stop. I try not to go off topic, but I'm passionate. That's a topic I'm very passionate about, as you can see. And being able to talk about it rather than having to type it makes it so much easier to go on a rampage. Let's go ahead and kneel, I guess. I can't reload my gun or unjam it or anything right now. 1 round remaining, eh? I gotta keep an eye on that. We'll see what happens next. What a BS weapon the new Death Star was? Yeah. Honestly... The Empire has been destroyed, but the replacement is infinitely stronger than them. What? Excuse me? What? Ugh. Alright, let's go around and pick some of these canisters up and actually try and win this. Yep, carry that. Dread is so underrated. I wish, I don't care for that new Dread movie. Blocked by my debuff. That's too bad. I cannot carry 2 over here. Which debuff? Oh, my... Oh, that's weird. Not the end of the world. Let's go ahead and get some healing done over here. 20 AP needed. I guess I gotta put this thing down to use the dispenser. Fine. Drop the chem barrel next to me. Now we don't have enough AP. Oh, come on. Fine. Let's just camp next to this for now. We should be okay. We should be fine. I'm good because Star Wars has also become... Because Chad has also become Star Wars rant? Yeah. One thing leads to another. Also, the Republic who won the war did nothing. Yeah, what's up with that? I don't like the new Dread movie. It's not... I mean, I'm not going to say the old Dread movie was good. It was campy as hell. But I didn't quite care for that new movie as much. I didn't like the slow-mo, and I didn't like... There was a lot of cinematography issues. Yeah... Other arm has no hand. Yeah, I think that's the debuff. I think you're right. Another one down. Another one bites the dust. We can search this body. We can also search this thing over here, wolf spider meat. Don't, you know what? I don't want to waste any action points if I don't have to. Do you have anything interesting? Heavy stub gun, coagulant, these brute cleavers. I think I should, I've got 1 round remaining. I should pick up some of these canisters. Go ahead and carry you. I've only got 30 action points, so I need them to pick up 2. And let's pick this one up over here. There we go. Boom. Look at that. Boss. And I think we're good to kind of like just stay hidden over here. I could also just extract if I wanted to. I don't think I need to, but let's go ahead and... We're safe from danger, I think. We're safe from danger. Carl Urban Dread is the best version of the graphic novels. That's a fair statement. You are not wrong in that statement. How about that? We can agree on that. But just because something is the best doesn't mean it is good. Does that make sense? It could have been done better. I would kick you from the Discord if I could, Ease. You have no power here. No, yeah, it's like, it's the best Dread movie there is, yes, but it is not a good movie. Those two statements don't have to be the same thing. If you catch my meaning there. All right, let's go ahead and get Buddy involved over here. We got to drop this fool with the barrel. Fair enough. Yeah, sounds good. I knew we could. I had a feeling we'd come to an agreement on that statement, because I understand the reason for liking it. Oh, you see, there's a 100% hit chance. There we go. Pop a shot. Hopefully get the job done over here. Nice, got the crit. Finish her off if we're lucky. No, gotta go into entrench. There it is. Oh, do I want the cash or do I want the barrel? Damn. Let me go to the map over here. Up over here, right? This is the salvage casket. Let's see if we can't use Ascension to get up over there. Where are you? There it is. Okay. Oh, that's far. Damn it. Party, you fool. Can I use my Ascension? Can I use my Ascension from further away and then save those movement points for later? This is where I was. Go for the Ascension. No target. I don't know if that's better or worse. We can try it. Waiting for Vader. Shards of the Past. Oh, here's another unpopular opinion. I don't like how they did Vader in Rogue One. Don't like how they did Vader in Rogue One. Choke on your aspirations. Vader doesn't care about the Death Star. Vader never cared about the Death Star. He calls it like a stupid... He thinks it's stupid. He thinks it's dumb. It would never compare to the power of the Force. Why does he care about this chump who's like, this guy's taking credit or whatever? I forget that line, the storyline entirely. He would never care. He's Darth Vader. Okay. We could just extract you. Is there another barrel down over here? Poker Face has 2. We got 1 over here. There's another one next to Cannon up over there. I wonder if we can reach. We can't. We won't be able to reach. Alright, fair enough. Let's go ahead and pull back to this extraction zone. If the need arises. If the need arises. End our turn over here. Kelsey Thorne, thank you for subscribing. I hope you're not minding my rant about Star Wars over here. I gotta put an end to that. I keep saying that, but I keep doing it. But yeah, I think we're gonna lose this guy because I'm bleeding. Amazing. Amazing. Zuka Dragon, he doesn't have to... What's that, sorry? Oh, he still has to obey the Emperor. Actually, in the graphic novels, he most decidedly does not. When he finds out about Luke, it's a whole other, you know, line of conversation to be had there. Pop the shot down over here, and then we can go towards the canister as well. Oh, boom, decisive victory. Please tell me that nets me everything. No, that's silly. That's silly. It should automatically give me everything if I wipe out the enemy. But no, I only got 3 of the barrels, and I didn't get that casket because I didn't have it in my hand at the end. That's okay, not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. Did manage to kill everybody, though. Oscar Anderson, thank you for subscribing as well. Hope you're enjoying the show. Stream is approaching 200 likes. Indeed, it is. If y'all have been enjoying the stream, if you've been enjoying the rants, if you've been enjoying the game, let me know by hitting that like button. How is multiplayer in Necromunda? Well, I don't know how much of this stream you saw so far, but that gameplay is the actual kind of core gameplay. And then there is, of course, this, equipment management items we got from loot and whatnot. Equipment management, going in, gaining experience, upgrading your crew, and having a most valued fighter to get some extra experience. Buddy here with his massive Warhammer there, getting some work done. Spending that experience to upgrade people. Oh, hey, Canon Torzov actually survived. He's one-eyed, though, suffering from injuries, trying to heal those injuries. Fighter's eye has been mutilated, impairing both vision and depth perception. Increased AP cost of aim shots and range stances. That's rough. We can spec him for melee, though. But yeah, that's kind of like the gameplay loop. You get all your experience, then you can go to the shop as well to buy stuff if you want to get specific equipment, armor, weapons. You go back to your crew. You take a look at folks that you want to maybe give upgrades to. Again, you can do stat upgrades, spending experience points. You can get perks. There's a lot. I mean, I touched on this earlier, so if you didn't catch it earlier, then the VOD is a great way to kind of learn more about what this game's about. Will I be playing some Baldur's Gate 3? I definitely intend to. I would love to play some Baldur's Gate 3 on the channel for sure. God, that's lame. What do you call him, lame? I didn't catch that. Akhenaten was 380. I'm assuming you're talking about the viewer count. Yeah, I feel like, I mean, this is definitely for a very specific audience. It doesn't have as much of a broad appeal. You have to be into the pacing of the game and things like that. And yes, it is canon. Those comics are canon. They are the new Marvel comics in Darth Vader, where he goes out to seek what's up with Luke Skywalker. That is the Marvel comics. Engine Seer. So I hear you lost an eye. Engine Seer. Oh Lord. Time for a cyborg eye. You can get cybernetic implants and stuff like that as well. Where is there he is. If we take a look at his injury screen over here. We've got the head injury. And if I'm not mistaken, we can install a bionic eye. Costs a fair bit of money that we don't have. And it does help us with some issues. What's with his leg? This guy's leg or somebody else's leg? Whose leg? That guy's leg? He's got a shin pad? Watch Reformist play Bannerlord as a Sturgeon. He complained about the weakness of their troops. Interesting. Interesting. What is this, Vasil? This is a brand new Warhammer 40k turn-based tactics third-person game. I would say a lot more. I didn't ask about the gameplay, though. I asked about multiplayer. Oh, I'm sorry. No, this isn't. So no, this isn't story mode. This is the create a gang mode. So you make your gang, you spec them the way I was just showing you, and then you have the options of playing solo with operations, or you can go in for skirmishes, either against the AI or against other players, 1v1s, 2v2s, play with your friends, etc., etc., and you'll earn experience, you'll earn credits, all that same stuff I was talking about earlier with that same crew. So if you're familiar with like Blood Bowl, that's a good example. I've been told it's very much like Mordheim as well. But yeah, so that's that everything I mentioned applies to multiplayer. Emil, I hope that clarifies that. Sorry. Want to do a Bannerlord 3-hour stream? I've thought about that. Maybe after this current series is done, we'll do a Bannerlord. We'll do Bannerlord series as a stream as well. It's hard to pick between streaming and VOD style. Play solo or play solo? Oh my God, Hackenatten. But on that note, I will give an answer to Iwanska. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Who asks, "What's up, party?" Well, what's up is we're actually, folks, at the end of today's stream. Like I said, I got to kind of keep to a time limit because I'm navigating around meeting times and stuff to record the other content that's releasing on the channel tomorrow. So I've got to call it a stream over here. I hope you all had a good time. Again, it is a very different type of game. It's definitely for a very niche audience, but I do think it's very enjoyable for that audience. If you like this kind of like, you know, building a crew, getting a gang together, literally, as far as the game mechanics are concerned, speccing them, customizing them, upgrading them, going out, duking it out with your friends or against the AI. There's a lot of fun to be had. I think that's where the meat of the entertainment factor of this game is. I think Zuka Dragon was saying that play solo pun was bad, and by bad he means good, because all puns are inherently good. Folks, if you enjoyed this stream, please don't hesitate to let me know. Leave a like down below. If you're watching as a VOD, leave a like and a comment as well. If you have any feedback, any opinions, any thoughts, feel free to share. As always, I'm all ears for that kind of stuff, or all eyes, I guess, because I got to read them, right? Thank you again, as always, for joining in and for watching. We had a wonderful crowd. It's always great to see. Next week, Monday, we will be back same time with Crusader Kings 3 again, continuing our Maghrebi madness. A big thanks goes out to our super chatters and members as well, joining in and supporting. That means a lot. It is a great help to the channel and a great help in keeping streams alive and running. And of course, nothing is complete without giving a massive thanks to all of the channel members and patrons, again, who support the channel, keep it alive and running through the month on end. And I actually have to update this credit list. We got a few new members I got to get in as well. I will be doing that this weekend. And make sure, if you're a patron on Patreon and your name is not on here, it's because I want your consent before throwing a name on here. Members, it's already public, but with patrons, some people like to, you know, keep it on the down low. Hence, you know, waiting for a private message. So make sure your name's on here if it's supposed to be. I do have some editing to do this weekend. A link to the Discord is in chat. Thank you very much, the YouTube Sarko. Make sure you join in on the Discord if you're looking for people to play this game with, or other games as well. Blood Bowl, hugely active on the Discord. We've got Crusader Kings active as well. Other Paradox games, Total War Warhammer specifically, if you're a Warhammer fan too. So do check out the Discord. It is a wonderful community of over 3,000 people. Gork Dork, I have considered multiplayer Bannerlord. It's not really my thing, Bannerlord's multiplayer, I would say. It was a good background game, all right? Glad to know that, YouTube Sarko. Before you close, would you send a screenshot of your gangsters in Discord, please? Sure thing. I'll throw this into the Discord right after we call it a stream. Thank you all for joining once again, and as always, thank you all for watching. Until next time, cheers.